Bonjour tout le monde, Cecile Aka AupairToes here. I studied French in college. I've had the joy of visiting Paris and France multiple times, including my recent 2 solo trips last year in March and June. La Ville Lumière. Paris earned its nickname the City of Light because it was the first city adopting gaslighting for its streets. Today, let me answer the top common questions people have before they go to Paris. The first question I actually get asked a lot is, are people rude in Paris? As you may know, Paris is one of the most visited cities in Europe. France received 100 million international visitors last year, and 79 million in 2022, of which 44 million, which is about 55%, visited Paris. Also, as many intellectual and economic center of its country, Paris is a very diversified city. Most people live there, they were not born there. 40% of the population are immigrants themselves or have at least one parent who is immigrant. The wide range of diversity, culture, languages could lead to all kinds of communication challenges, which can be perceived by visitors as rudeness. If you want to ask a question to a stranger on the street, the stranger may not respond to you, may not even look at you, because they simply don't speak your language, neither English or French in many cases. Make sure to greet the store staff, as I mentioned in my other video, whenever you enter the store. If you miss greetings, which is built in the life of Parisians, although the staff speak your language, they may ignore you because you will be perceived as rude. Do I need to learn French to visit Paris? I still remember when I was buying the ticket for the Ferris wheel at Concorde. May I have one ticket, please? The lady at the booth didn't move at all until I swiftly switched to French. Excusez-moi, madame, un billet pour la grande rue, s'il vous plaît. Her face then turned into the biggest smile I've seen that day. To visit the most common tourist areas, including shops, restaurants in the city center, you can go by with English and zero French. However, I highly recommend you to pick up the basic phrases, common like greetings, bonjour, bonne journée, merci, thank you, excusez-moi, excuse me, pardon, sorry, s'il vous plaît, please. Whether you are asking a question, buying anything, ordering at the restaurant, those phrases will make your experience way more pleasant. Imagine you are the one receiving guests to your own house or your city, and they come to speak in your mother tongue. Who doesn't appreciate that? When shall I visit Paris? A quick answer is it depends. It depends on what you'd like to do. When would you like to have time off? What's your budget like? I would personally avoid July and August. That is the peak tourism season in Paris. Children all over the world are off from school. Meanwhile, Parisians took time off for their own vacations, so they left Paris. You will be accompanied by many crowds of tourists. Also, be aware of big events like annual marathon in April. And of course, the upcoming Olympics in the summer this year. Main roads will be closed. Public transportation will be disrupted. Hotels and the Airbnb will charge like rocket. And also very limited for booking. Late March is when the weather starts warming up. And after September is when the peak crowds die down. So I would say March through May, September through November will be my favorite time to visit. Not just Paris, Europe overall. The airfare, hotels are very reasonably priced, plenty options, not a lot of reservations or queues in the major sites. Inside knowledge. For museum lovers, every first Sunday each month, you can go to majority of the sites for free. This will include le Musée d'Orsay, Cluny, l'Orangerie, Pompidou. Louvre is free the first Friday night. it's not on the first Sunday. Make sure you double check the schedule on the official site of each museum, because sometimes individual exhibition can change it a little bit. Those museums, they're free, but still will require reservation in advance, so make sure you do that, especially during busy seasons. What is the best way to get around the city? Same as Tokyo, New York, Shanghai, or any international mega cities, taxi cars are not as fast or convenient as public transportation. Paris metro bus systems are very well designed and connected through the whole area. Once you take the train from the airport Charles de Gaulle to the city area, you can buy a Navigo pass. This pass allows you to get onto most of the buses, metros. Another tip here, download RATP app for full access to public information regarding all the transportation lines. You can also see where it's going through constructions or where the strikes might impact. You can also look up your route, buy ticket, and recharge the same card through your mobile phone. Paris is a small and very walkable city. Let's look at the maps as we approach the question where to stay in Paris. So from the maps, you can see majority sites of interest, activities. They're highly concentrated in Zone 1 and 2, which is 40 minutes by metro from west to the east, and the same from south to north. As long as you stay within walking distance to a metro station, it's very convenient. Paris Zone 1, Zone 2 covers the 20 arrondissements, which is the neighborhoods. For the price by arrondissement, I asked ChatGPT to pull up a list with ranking. You can see that 6th, 7th, 8th, and the 1st arrondissement are the most expensive due to history, prestige, central location, and luxury shopping. 4th, 5th, where Latin Quarter is located. 3rd and 2nd arrondissement are in a similar TA, 1,300 to 2,400 for a studio per month. More reasonable options are 14th through 18th, 9th, and 10th. 10th is where my favorite neighborhood, Montmartre, is. That's where you can find the best city view outside a beautiful church, Sacré-Cœur. That's also where the burial site of Saint Denis. Go inside during a mass time. There you will hear the most beautiful and holy prayers by the nuns. To decide where to stay, I would also recommend you bookmark on Google Maps your places of interest to visit. Based on those, you can find an Airbnb or hotel close to a metro station around those activities. 19th, 20th, 12th, and the 13th arrondissement can be a little bit farther away. However, this also means they offer a little bit cheaper options. Talking about cheaper options, Saint Denis is actually in Zone 3, but can be easily accessed with metro lines. It offers cheaper and more spacious hotels or Airbnbs. That is also where the stadium Stade de France is, and super close to Charles de Gaulle Airport. It is also where the earliest French Gothic cathedral is located, the Cathedral of Saint Denis. Safety-wise, I've never had a trouble day and night in Paris. Check out my video about travel solo safe if you'd like some tips for your safety concerns. So far, we've covered the Paris culture, French needed, when to visit, transportation, where to stay. Please like and subscribe if you find any of the insights helpful. Please also comment below if you have other questions or suggestions for topics. Now let's talk about SIM card, Wi-Fi, restroom, and converter. If your phone supports eSIM, you will have the easiest solution by buying a eSIM card from providers like SIM Options, Fiorello. Package like Eurolink covers all European countries including UK, offering 10 GB for 30 days. This costs $37 only, way much better than $10 per day offered by like AT&T. You will need to activate the eSIM after you arrive. So usually I do it when I have access to Wi-Fi at the airport. And regarding the Wi-Fi, they're not available in all coffee shops. Starbucks and the McDonald's are the places to go. Better options are actually museums, libraries, culture centers. The same applies to restroom. However, certain Starbucks or McDonald's may have a code or lock on their restroom, so you will have to ask the counter to accept. Restroom-wise, I would also recommend to build your needs around your itinerary because most sit-down restaurants have really clean, well-maintained restrooms, much better than Starbucks and McDonald's. When it comes to adapter or converter, check this list of plug type and voltage. US has different standards from France, so you will need an adapter. Lastly, how long is a good time to visit Paris? From 24 hours to a few days to a week or even month, it's truly up to you. Paris has a lot to offer and you can enjoy it in unlimited ways. The only suggestion I will give is to slow down. Any museum in Paris can take half day of your time, have a long lunch break like Parisians will do. That's another 2 to 3 hours. Go to sit at your balcony, have a baguette, a few cheeses, and a bottle of wine or coffee. All those moments make your Paris visit special. Hope this video have enlightened your upcoming Paris trip. À la prochaine! See you next time!